Hello everyone, welcome to Res Snapper. My name's MJ and this is Snap or Pass, the series where we look at the brand new cards coming to Marvel Snap each week. And this week we've got loads of bloody cards coming, and one of them is Silver Surfer, Fantastic Four First Steps. She's a 3/4. End of turn, if you're winning this location with an on-reveal card, copy its text. In this video we're going to be discussing the mechanics of the card, whether I like it. My star ratings will also share some deck ideas with you, and we're doing a giveaway as well. There is nothing not to love about this video, so please like it and subscribe. You can use the chapters below to skip to the section that you want to, should you wish. Now, I think there at some point might be this variant available by Pandart Studio, which is absolutely sick. I think it's amazing. Yeah, it just looks so sick, man. But who knows if we could ever get this card. How do you get this card? You get this card by buying the Super Premium, I don't even know what it's called, Super Premium Plus. Is that? I think it is that, actually. I do know what it's called. I think it's Super Premium Plus. It's the expensive one in it. So you pay £10 or dollars, whatever, for the base premium pass, super premium pass, don't know, season pass, right? And then you pay an additional £10 or additional $10 or whatever it is in your country for the super premium, and you get this card. So yeah, they did it with Fantastic Car last month. They're doing it this month. I'm guessing it's going well for them. So yeah, this is probably the new future that we got. Anyway, let's talk about this card. No, let's not talk about this card. Sorry, I got ahead of myself there. I thought I was going to the mechanics slide. We're actually going to the packs bundle giveaway. So to enter this giveaway, you need to subscribe to the channel. You need to be subscribed already, okay? Or if you're new, subscribe. Or if you just haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. Then like the video and comment on the video answering, if they made a What If Galactus season, which characters would you like to see as a Herald of Galactus? So in the comics, they do this. I think they recently released a What If Ghost Spider was a Herald of Galactus. Sorry, I looked up there, like looking for like a figure or something. Yeah, which I don't have. I do have a Spider-Man to hand, but I do not have a Ghost Spider to hand, which, to be honest, is actually quite surprising for me. I normally do have a Ghost Spider to hand. Don't leave home without it. Stupid. Yeah, anyway, let me know which character you would like to see as a card in Marvel Snap as a Herald of a Galactus, a reimagined Herald of Galactus. And a bonus question, actually, would you like to see that? Is that a good idea for a season? I think it's freaking sick. And another bonus question, what ability would you give him? And it can be a character who's already been a herald in maybe one of those what ifs. Anyway, yeah. Let's move on to the mechanics of the card. What types of archetypes do I think Silver Surfer, this new Silver Surfer, is going to fit into? Tempo decks. We have seen with the Season Pass card that a tempo style of deck might be a bit hot at the moment. Or maybe Silver Surfer works with the Season Pass card. It's bloody possible. I think she'll work with end of turn decks because she is an end of turn card. Although I do wonder. Actually, I don't wonder. I think I'm pretty certain when you do copy it on reveal card, if you choose to, you will no longer be an end of turn card. So for example, you wouldn't be able to benefit from Fantastica unless you play Silver Surfer first at a location without an on reveal card. Then you play Fantastica, and then you activate Fantastica early, and then you play a card with on reveal at the Silver Surfer location. So you benefit from multiple. You could do that sort of thing. On reveal decks, I think just in general are going to benefit from this, because if you consider her to be a similar kind of card to like a Prodigy or an Absorbing Man or a Wong, there is this ability to duplicate an on reveal effect. So those are probably going to like her. With that in mind, mill decks like duplicating on reveal effects, like Yondu, of Cable, you know, that sort of thing, does like duplicating that. I mean, actually, Cable into this could be really dirtying, just getting an easy double steal, and then should you Misery or what's the other one? What copies things? I don't know, but yeah, that could be gross. In fact, Cable into this, into Prodigy or Absorbing Man, stealing 3 of their cards. That could feel proper gross. Anyway, I actually think buff decks might like her quite a lot as well. Being able to copy these powerful buff cards like Fastos, playing her at a Fastos location could be really nice. And I think one of the really interesting things is, I think in our minds, certainly in my mind anyway, I've got like this play pattern of like Absorbing Man and Prodigy, which have these requirements for where or when you play them. You know, Absorbing Man has to follow that unreveal effect that you want to copy. Prodigy has to be played in front of that unreveal effect that you want to copy. Silver Surfer can not only be played in advance of you playing that unreveal card that you want to copy, but also boom, 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 boom. That was like, that was one of those moments where I just like, boom, brain fart and forgot what I was going to say. And I can't remember, so if you think you knew what I was going to say, I was going to say it. That is what I was going to say. It was probably something about, just release the chains from your mind. You have a bit more flexibility with when and how you play Silver Surfer. The only difficulty is, of course, you have to be winning the location to get her to trigger. And maybe shield decks might like her as well. Yeah, an Iron Patriot might like this, especially as we like playing non-on-reveal cards with Iron Patriot. Maybe you could do something like Martyr or Black Cat into Iron Patriot, into Silver Surfer, and you've got a potential couple of really cheap cards. So I might really like that. So, on-reveal cards are common. So there's opportunities for her in most decks. Of course it's not going to be all decks, but certainly I think a lot of decks are just going to be able to fit her in and might find that she's surprisingly good. She's similar to Absorbing Man. You might like to play her after strong 2-cost cards like the Iron Patriot that I spoke about. And presumably, once she copies an on-reveal text, her other text is wiped. So, yeah, you're not going to be able to do, like, the end-of-turn stuff with her. Or she's not going to trigger again, right? Yes. Again, sorry, that was like a slight power shutdown. I did the Windows thing again, didn't I? The Windows noise. Anyway, pros. She can be very good value because she can copy the on-reveal text of high-cost cards. Don't just get wrapped up thinking that you have to play something before her and you want to copy that one. You can play her at a location in advance and then win that location at the end of the game with something like I don't know, something crazy like a Doom, right? A Doom and then you get double Doom. Like, that's something that can happen, so that's very interesting. You don't have to be winning the location at the point that you play her. That's sort of basically just the thing that I said a minute ago, and also I've missed out one of my lines as well. This video is turning to shit, isn't it? She targets only other on-reveal cards, so you can win a location with other abilities and then target a specific on-reveal ability. So what I mean to say is, maybe you play something like a Speed at a location, right? Really gives you a strong single unit of power at the location. You can then play Silver Surfer on top of the Speed, along with something else maybe, or whatever. And it gives you some ability to then target something later on. So, yes, flexibility if you're smart. And she's a naked space woman. Have you seen Fantastic Four First Steps? I'm wearing this hoodie, which I love. And God, I can't believe I haven't spoken about this yet, actually. I absolutely loved the film. I absolutely loved it. It was one of my favourite Marvel movies in a while. Probably since Shang-Chi. And I probably prefer it to Shang-Chi. Maybe. It's like in my top 10-ish. Certainly the top quarter. Which I think is pretty high. And I now need to replenish. My throat is starting to go. In fact, I don't know why by the way, water just fell out of my mouth. So that's embarrassing. I don't know why I'm drinking out of that cup when I should be... I should have my Fantastic Four cup here. I've actually got an Invisible Woman cup. Sorry, that was like, yeah, good. Cons. She's quite low tempo, despite being a card that benefits from high tempo plays. You need to be winning the location in order to get her ability to trigger. So her having 4 power, which is pretty bad, pretty low for a 3-cost card, we might not like that so much. And she's restricted by locations and by her ability being triggered from a winning location. So your opponent might seize the opportunity to stop you from winning there. You know, you're giving your opponent a little bit of control and say over whether you get value from this card. Let's talk about some counters for her. So Green Goblin is particularly nasty, not only because you may well lose the location, although Green Goblin's kind of low tempo in itself, but you might lose the location. However, if you do then win the location, your Silver Surfer might copy the text of Green Goblin and go across to your opponent's side, which is disastrous. Cosmo can just obviously stop her from on-revealing. And Negasonic Teenage Warhead, if there's a location that you want to win, you play a big juicy like on-reveal card that you want to copy. Negasonic can kill it, or, I mean, Negasonic can of course just kill the Silver Surfer as well, maybe. And then Synergies. So the combination, I spoke about already, but the combination of Martyr or Black Cat, the newly buffed Black Cat, and Iron Patriot might be a really awesome one here. I think that's like my key synergy shout out. That's my key synergy shout out. I really like that. In fact, did I even mention? I'm not sure. I think I actually straight up forgot to mention. Yeah, I think I forgot to mention that she works with Silver Surfer cards, right? You can play Silver Surfer, the original Silver Surfer, at this location, and then Silver Surfer afterwards. Now, I know that Silver Surfer is normally an end of gameplay, but that's because we haven't really had a way to... Well, I guess Odin, but no one really plays Odin in Silver Surfer. We haven't really had a way to re-trigger the Silver... I guess we've got Prodigy as well. We haven't really had a good, reliable way to re-trigger a Silver Surfer, hence why we do it at the end of the game. And also, obviously, it's surprise power, an unpredictable power, okay? So that's why we play Silver Surfer at the end of the game. But maybe you can now play him a turn earlier, and then you play this Silver Surfer on top of your Silver Surfer location. And if that is a location where you've got maybe something like... I'm desperately trying to think of a free cost card that you would play in Silver Surfer that isn't on reveal, and I am struggling to think of one. But I mean, you could have, let's say speed. You could have speed there. Boom, you get double triggers, or you just play Silver Surfer and Silver Surfer on the final turn together at a location where you don't have any other cards. Bish bash bosh, you win the location. Shaw, Sebastian Shaw, there you go. Took me a while to think of a card that you play in Surfer that doesn't have on reveal. But yeah, Shaw. You play Shaw at a location, then on the final turn you play Silver Surfer and Silver Surfer at that Shaw location. Oh, God. Could be really good, to be honest. And then Laufey again. I actually said this in the Galactus video as well. I think Laufey could be a really good one to copy. Playing the Silver Surfer on turn 3 and then play Laufey on top of it. Yeah, just sucking up so much energy, so much power from your opponent. I love it. I don't care. I love it. Right, let's talk about decks. The first deck I've got for you, I've called Silver Surfer Surfer. This is because it is a Surfer deck, and this is a budget deck. So you newer or lower collection level players can enjoy this deck. And as we've gone kind of old school, guys. You don't really see the Nova Killmonger stuff in Silver Surfer decks anymore, but we're doing it. We have also got a couple of ongoing cards because, yeah, I think as you know, if you can put as many cards which aren't on reveal in this deck as seems sensible, that gives Silver Surfer more ability to target the on-reveal effect that you want to target, which of course in this particular instance is probably Silver Surfer. You certainly don't want to copy a Brood because you've probably got a full location there anyway. In fact, you definitely have a full location there anyway. Anyway, the key cards in this deck, we have got Jennifer Kale to allow you to do some additional spice at the end of the game, should you wish to, or just 2 3-cost cards on turn 5. We've got Mr. Fantastic, which obviously you want to play in the middle location. We've got Luke Cage, we've got Mobius, who... Do I upgrade the slide? Update the slide? He has actually changed to a 3/4 in the OTA. Anyway, yes, Sarah. It's all normal stuff. I'm not going to explain it. It's easy stuff, guys. It's easy stuff. Hopefully, you win a location with the Shaw Silver Surfer package, and then the other locations. Hopefully, you win with like a Brood or whatever. Because of course, remember your Brood location is 6, 12, 18. 18 plus, much more if you've got a free cost card there, which hopefully you do, because you play like, maybe you play Mr. Fantastic on 3, play Brood there on 4, it don't even matter what you do on 5. If you've got Jennifer Kale out already, you play Luke Cage and Mobius faster. Oh, it's too good. This deck is good for a budget deck. It's actually a good deck. Anyway, let's move on to Surprising Shield. Of course, Shield is my favourite archetype. So this is probably going to be what I would try. Although, to be honest, I'm not getting the super premium pass, so at least I won't say that, actually. I have no plans to. I'm a weak man. I reserve the right to change my mind. I certainly have no plans currently. But if I did, I'd certainly be doing this kind of deck. So you've got Quinjet and Martyr, which maybe you want to get the ball rolling on the location which you intend to win with those. Pedro can also go in that location as well. You could Surge there, you could Iron Patriot there. Either of them I think you'd be really happy to copy with Silver Surfer. Anyway, you do those and then you just win with cheap cards that you've generated via the likes of Mirage, via the likes of Valentina. Actually, Valentina's not producing a cheap card. But you've got Victoria Hand in here as well. You can copy these ongoing abilities with Moonstone. This is somewhat a take on my Shield Trap deck as well. So actually, I like filling the right location. So I'll almost always be playing the Silver Surfer on the right location, blocking it, and then winning it with Victoria Hand or Mr. Fantastic. And then I have also enjoyed, shout out my guy, Harry Perry Snap. If you've not seen Harry Perry's channel, go and check out Harry Perry. He is one of my favourite content creators, and genuinely his decks are fantastic. I've played literally, like, I don't watch many content creators' channels. Sorry, I do, but what I don't do is watch their channels and go, oh, I'm definitely playing their deck. I actually don't really play that many decks that I see online. However, Harry Perry's style of decks, I just love, right? So I've got a Khonshu deck of his that I love, and there's a Shield deck that I loved of his as well, which uses Infinity Ultron, and so that's where my love of, or my renewed love of Infinity Ultron has come from. So yeah, massive shout out to him. If I remember, I'll put a link to his channel below. I'm not 100% sure I'll remember because I'm a bad human being, but I will try. And if I don't, let me know in the comments. And then I'll pin a comment as well. I'll try and do all these things. We try our best. I'm sorry. I have such a terrible memory. It is almost certain that I will forget. So please do remind me in the comments. I would really appreciate that. Yeah, fine. And then my final deck for you is Board Buffs. So it's like a bit like Lionel Hutz, is it, from The Simpsons? No, Money Down. Good. This is all stupid. Yeah. Anyways, this is a buff deck. So maybe you do want to copy buffs with Silver Surfer, which I think you do, because you've got some really powerful buff cards in this deck. Getting a second Fastos probably feels pretty good. Getting a second Gwenpool definitely feels good. But then you could even do something like a second White Tiger. Yeah, it's just solid. People who benefit from being buffed, like Clear, actually plenty of cards that benefit from being buffed, like Clear, Mr. Sinister, Captain Carter, Scarlet Spider. These are some of my favourite cards in the game. You've also got Iron Lad here, which I thought would be a great card to include, because there's lots of these cards that you'd just be absolutely over the moon to copy with Iron Lad, like Mr. Sinister, Iron Man, even Fastos you'd be happy about. Scarlet Spider, White Tiger, loads of fantastic abilities to copy, whilst you have a completely sensible, reliable curve as well. So I think this could actually be a sleeper good deck. You should try this deck. Let's get a deck that I've made into the world. Just a reminder, please like this video, turn on notifications and subscribe should you wish and be willing to. So my star ratings. I'm looking at this. I'm seeing the 3.5 and I'm like, is she better than that? I'm sort of talking myself up to a 4. But I do sometimes have a tendency to overrate cards. So maybe I'll steady my expectations for now. Maybe I'll say maybe I'll stick with my 3.5. I think from a fun perspective, I do think she's above average fun. I think it's going to feel nice to copy your own reveal abilities in a different way than we've seen before. For the archetype, I think she is definitely a meaningful addition to certain types of decks. She will definitely improve decks. And from a competitive standpoint, I do think that she will be seen. So ultimately, with all of that in mind, I think she's a pass. I think she's a pass only because she's a super premium pass. And I'm not really saying that this is a particularly good season pass to get. So I'm kind of saying, wait, she's a Series 4 card, get her next month. Have your say, if that's something you're into. Yeah, that's it, guys. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new, please subscribe, guys. Enter my contest. I can't remember what it was. Herald of Galactus. I'm filming like 3 videos in a row here, and we're doing like loads of packs bundle giveaways at the moment. I might even pick multiple winners. I do reserve the right to not pick multiples on this one, but I might. I've got enough codes that I can pick multiple on some of these giveaways that I'm doing. Do I need to declare? I probably need to declare that. There's probably like giveaway rules in the world. Don't sue me. Don't sue me. No, I'm not choosing multiple, actually. You've ruined it now. No, kidding, I might. Who knows? Human beings say words, and those words have consequences.